Going live in 3, 2, 1. All right, and we are live. Thank you all for tuning in. We are excited to get started today. We are the Dronies and Unfold team, and thanks everybody for tuning in. I know we've got folks coming over from Twitter and the Discord, so thanks and good morning, everybody. So real quick, I'm going to do some round robin introductions here for the team and let everybody know who is here in case you haven't been on some of the past streams. My name is Peter. I'm one of the partners and co-founders here of Dronies. And we've also got Eddie Lobanovskiy, the man of the hour. He's going to be doing some awesome sketches today as we plan out some additional custom Dronies that we are going to add to the collection. And Eddie is the founder of Unfold and one of the co-founders here as well of the Dronies project. We also have Moss, who is our community manager. We have Courtney, who is our lead illustrator for the project, and Dave, who is our project director and overseeing everything. So remind him to go to sleep if you're in Discord. Like, Dave, stop and go to sleep. That's everybody's task for this. You might find yourself on the early bird list if you remind him to go to bed. That is worthy right now. And yeah, I don't know, anything anyone wants to say or any questions anyone has for us before we get started, and then we can share a little bit more about what's about to go down. Let me pull up Discord and stuff too. I'm going to try to manage all the chats this morning as we go. All right. Well, cool. Well, let's kind of get going on some things. We'll keep an eye out, and while Eddie's kind of heads down and chatting through what he's doing, we'll try to keep an eye on all the different chats and questions, and maybe we could make maybe like a Google list or something, or Google Doc, maybe Dave, and then we can just keep pasting them all in there, and we'll try to make sure we get through all the questions. And yeah, Eddie, while you're going through, kind of walk us through a little bit of kind of how your brain works, and kind of verbally teach a little bit as you go, since I know there's a lot of designers from our community, not just the NFT community here today, that are really excited to watch you work, and it'll be good. So without further ado, why don't we well, actually, real quick, Dave, why don't you give us a little rundown of what the project is, what Dronies are, and then we'll start sketching some stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Dronies is a NFT project. It's a collection of mysterious birds that are out there. They've been slowly replacing the actual population of birds. They're robotic in nature. We don't know where they came from. And we have Stuart, who's our sleuth, and he's slowly trying to unravel the mystery over the Twitter, over the Discord, and with the help of Henry, who was his partner previously in his previous life, where he was an agent of Aegis, a very big organization that is sort of like a world organization and a government. And he was honorably discharged from there, and he's trying to figure out why and who's behind all these birds. Where are they coming from? Who built them? So today we're going to be drawing some of them. So really excited about that.
Yeah, and if you are new to the project as well, head on over in Discord to the dossier channel under intelligence, and you can kind of catch up on all the story there, and you're going to see the characters interacting with each other, and we're creating this where it feels like you are watching the story unfold live, and you can interact and whatnot. So it's a lot of fun, and yeah, we're really excited. It's been almost, I think, closing in on 5 months worth of work that we've been doing on this project. So we're having an absolute blast seeing it come alive. All of your messages of like, I'm really excited about this. This like you're filling our soul. Our cups are being filled with all those kind words, because we have worked so hard on this, and it's fun to see people enjoy it the way that we had hoped. So yeah, I don't know. Let's jump into some things, to use my catchphrase, and let's cycle in. So Eddie, should we jump into Figma first, or do you want to show your screen first?
Well, so do we want to make an announcement? Do we want to tell everyone who the winners are?
Yeah,
first?
Let's let me pull up my Figma and I'll show the ones that we have selected for today. All right, so coming over to Figma, we have picked these 3, and we're likely going to be working on more here because Eddie is really fast at what he does. We're usually on like our morning stand-ups, and we mention a couple of things, and then like 15 minutes later, he's like, here's 4 of them. Here you go.
Well, today it's different.
Yeah, today is a little different. But we've got Master Chief. We've got Leeloo from The Fifth Element, and then if it's not your favorite character on TV right now, then shame on you, Ted Lasso. So we're really excited to be working on these and build these out today. And let's have some fun here. And we've actually built one that was close to Master Chief. We did Redacted J and Jordan. We did Warhammer, and I know we were kind of playing around and bridging a couple that kind of played around with some of the same color palettes, but that Warhammer one was really similar, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, let's jump in. I'm going to switch us over here to we've got a camera set up on Eddie's iPad so everybody can follow along. You'll see the rest of us here on the side as we chat through. And again, Eddie, you can start us off, kind of walk us through the process. Let us know how you do this. We'll kind of help MC this conversation as we go. And again, if you have any questions along the way, drop them in either chat or Discord, and we're going to help kind of facilitate some of those question and answers while Eddie's a little heads down.
Yeah, all right. So you guys able to see my magic pad?
Yep.
All right, cool. Yes.
Good.
So appreciate everyone hopping on again, and all of your suggestions. Twitter, it was awesome to see so many good ideas. But as Peter shared, these are the ones that we'll be working on today. So I'm pretty excited about this guy right here, Master Chief. But I'm gonna save this for last, I guess. These guys, I'm not very familiar with Leeloo, but we'll try to do that. But this guy here, obviously you all know, Ted Lasso. I think I'm gonna start here and work my way up. Alrighty, so first things first. Okay, so a part of these, I got some inspiration images, obviously from the interwebs. Give me some idea, because I don't watch much TV, what things look like. And I have a template of our Droney, of our generic bird, with any accessories or any beaks or eyeballs or anything at all. And I'm just gonna study these images a little, see what kind of things we can bring in to bring the resemblance in the Droney. So the cool thing about Dronies, our style is very flexible. It's not like pixelated art or anything like limited by colors, so we can go as wild as we want. So we'll bring in some of these, start bringing some of these ideas into Droney and start sketching. The paintbrush I usually use for sketching, either pencils or I really like this dry ink in Procreate. So it's pretty fun and the lines look kind of.
And are these custom brushes that you've created, or are you using packs, defaults?
To be honest, yeah, Procreate is packed with goodies, so much good stuff that I never really had to generate my own. So I'm just gonna use this dry ink for now, and start doing things. So obviously, if we look at Ted Lasso, we can definitely see maybe I should use white. So we see his stash that we'll be using probably. Obviously, hair is very recognizable, and his probably eyebrows look very distinct. So these 3 features, then we'll bring some of the you know, the whistle, probably a logo. We'll replace it with Drony.
So
The
you're
clothes.
targeting
So
in on like the key features about it, about each character, that way it's recognizable, and you want it to be something that folks go like, oh, that's Ted Lasso. Like it's the stash,
exactly, yeah.
the hair, it
Mhm.
could be the visor, it's the the
Oh,
tracksuit,
the glasses. Exactly, yeah. So we'll try to do that. So without further ado, let's get something dark, get some dark ink here, and start drawing.
Awesome.
So we treat beaks like nose is a beak usually. So we'll start here to position it. We have actually pretty fine like areas where everything goes. So I kind of know, like I've done so many of them, so I know where it is. So I'm not gonna explain. So we have like eye sockets here, nose goes right about here. So, and depending on, like, since these are one-offs, so I'll be able to be pretty flexible because we're not gonna add any accessories or anything on top of that. So his nose look pretty generic. Like we'll just go with a little triangle placeholder. It's a little rigid. It's not, doesn't look like that. It's a little pointy, like, so you see a little curve here. So maybe slightly curved. And then we'll start sketching, see how much of it we can bring.
What's fun and why we're all quiet is because Eddie's in our Florida office and none of us get to watch him work as much. So all of us are sitting here also like, oh, wow, like this is how he does it.
So I'll be very rough at first, yeah. And we got his stash. Let's see. Just trying to find where things will be going. Beak. So maybe we'll get him some robotic. I don't know if I'm probably covering a lot of it. Sure, probably place the camera on the other side. I'll try not to. So, let's see.
What's fun with characters like this too is I feel like as you go again, we're honing in on specific character traits, but like if you don't feel that you can get the hair to a recognizable standpoint, maybe like having the tracksuit or something else might get it there. But that's where keep playing with and trying out different things, and that's where maybe adding in the visor, like it pushes it over that edge to where you go like, oh yeah, I know that character. And so it's a lot of this too is trial and error. And as you see Eddie sometimes, like he'll go back and undo the things. Like don't be afraid to just get out there, try stuff out. It's okay if it doesn't work. Like you kind of have to fail and mess up to get to the point that you like it.
Exactly. Bring some of these big.
To answer a few questions that are in the chat, Eddie's using a Procreate on an iPad Pro, and somebody asked why the wristband that you're wearing.
Oh, it just makes it smoother. So when I sketch, my hands feel free, like without like,
right.
If it gets a little sweaty or something, it doesn't feel choppy.
Does your
That's
hand get detected without it? Like it accidentally makes marks or things like that as well?
No, because it's iPad is smart enough to know that I have a pen in my hand. So
okay. As you hear the product designers asking questions.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm struggling myself.
Oh yeah, because you've been starting with that, huh?
Right.
So just trying to find how to do the glasses better. And then once we get the general idea, like we'll get some more like robotic things. I already started adding like the chin, maybe like there's some kind of a little bolted on chin, whatever, like the earpiece, as you can see, there might be like some holes drilled in for him to hear things.
Yeah, I've been liking seeing that. Trying to think if I can say it without giving away what it is. It's a trilogy movie, and I've noticed like there's several of that going on with some of the characters, like in the foreheads and the ears and the chins and whatnot. It's fun to see that uniqueness throughout each of them, and we've got a lot of these. I think. Is everyone okay with me sharing the number that we're currently at? Any objections? I think we're over 50 at the moment. So, we've got a couple more weeks to go and continue to add some. So there's a lot of fun characters like this that I think people are going to just be really, really excited to see come to life. And a lot of your favorite, pop culture kind of stuff, shows, movies, icons, stuff like that. It's just been really, really fun.
To touch on that more, I think that is one of the like really fun challenges of doing these is to bring in like the character into a bird version. So like figuring out what does their personal beak look like? How does that attach? Someone asked like, where do you put the mustache? Does it go on top or bottom? I think figuring out those little details and then figuring out again how to bring the bird element and the robot element into it is super fun. Just to add those little quirks and get across all those little features that they have with those different qualities is really fun.
Sure.
I'm like so transfixed by this stream. I don't get to see Eddie sketch live too often, so I'm like trailing off watching this.
And sorry if we're a little quiet. We're also monitoring YouTube, Discord, Slack, and everything. So we're trying. But let us know if you have any questions. And I know, especially if you're catching a replay of this later on the stream here, we are going to be varying the times that we're streaming. So each week, like Eddie's streaming today, Courtney is going to be streaming tomorrow at a time that we still need to decide. So note for ourselves. And then Vic and Bo are going to be streaming on Wednesday and Thursday too. And we're going to try to do like more end of day streams, midday streams, because we know, we've got folks all over the world right now that are tuning into this kind of stuff. And we want to try to help make them at times that you could attend live too. And I know Dave and I did like an impromptu Twitter Spaces over the weekend, which was awesome. And we got to meet a bunch of people there. And we'll try to keep doing stuff like that too. So make sure to just kind of hang around, and we'll announce out as we do that kind of stuff. And
There's so many good suggestions in chat. Lord of the Rings characters.
Yes.
John Wick Droney, David Bowie Droney, Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Harry Potter.
There's a question. What's the roadmap look like, or when are we going to be releasing that?
Yeah. So one of the things that we're, and I know you kind of posted this in the Discord too, is there's a lot of things that we can do. We're Unfold, we're the team behind Dronies, we're a design agency. We do brand, web, product, marketing, illustration, all the things. And so there's a lot that we can do from a talent and capability standpoint. We really want to see what the community is looking for. So as we launch this, is this something that folks would want to see become, like a web series or a TV series? Is it comic book or online comic series, board game, card game, a video game. We've been talking about all of the possibilities. As is, we're already starting to like design prototypes and concepts around each of those items. That way we can have something to present to the community and go, hey, here's maybe our 3 favorites. What do you all think? And, you know, take a look. Here's what we're thinking for play style and whatnot. So we're not dropping with this, like, we are definitively going to go do thing X or Y, because that could all change. And based on what the community is looking for, or it could be, you know, technological capabilities of what we can do with NFTs in the coming weeks or months as things are radically changing. We want to have, you know, that be a little bit more open and flexible. So in short, there's kind of nothing we can't do, but we want to make sure that we build the right thing and do something that everybody's excited about. We're looking into buying space in the metaverse and creating a community in an area there. Yeah, kind of all of the above. So TBD, and, you know, keep giving us suggestions and letting us know and let us hear what you would want to see. That way we can help bring that to life. So, and yeah, and kind of walk us through, Eddie, like what's the focus in here? Are you adding like shading for detail, or are you still kind of mapping that?
Yeah, just like little highlights here and there, just to give me an idea where, what layers as it were. So maybe we'll also do some colors, like using like dark, like navy, to do the wing to kind of help out, again, reinforce that look. We'll do the Drony logo here. This will be red stripes, as we see. See what else. There's going to be I brought the whistle up, obviously, a little higher.
Yeah, if you have not watched Ted Lasso yet, you should. It's absolutely delightful. You will laugh, you will cry, you will be happy, you will be sad, just all the range of emotions, and it's fantastic. It's a really, really delightful show. I think I introduced Dave to it on our team retreat a couple months back, and like the next day you had binge watched all of season 1 or something late that night. So it's a great show.
Yeah. We have another question. Why Solana? Why did we pick Solana as our blockchain?
Yeah, a couple of reasons. So one, you know, we've been really fortunate. So we've partnered with Solana on this collection, and that all kind of started because Solana's a past client of ours, and so I just reached out to Raj and was like, hey, we're looking to build an NFT project. We're starting to see Solana enter that space, but it's very new. Is there anyone on your team that we could just chat with and have a conversation about it and figure out why we maybe want to use that network over, say, Ethereum or something? And he was like, let me see the artwork. And next thing we knew, we were talking with the Solana team. They loved it and, you know, wanted to help bring this to life and do that collection. So it's been really awesome because we get to work with their team, and they give us a lot of great, you know, advice and consultation. And we're working with legal, which we'll get into, about some of the you know, utility mechanics that we may or may not have, because from a legal standpoint, a lot of what's going on in the NFT space is kind of problematic and could have some issues in the future with like royalties and things like that. So we're staying away from any of those mechanics until we can learn that is a safer route to go. But one of the big reasons is Solana is a lot quicker. It's much more energy efficient. So I know, Dave, I think you've got it handy, but there's a really great report Solana put out about the energy use, and like a Solana transaction is more or less the same. I think it's like 1.5 times the same energy consumption as like a Google search. Whereas if you look at like transactions on Ethereum or Bitcoin, it's a lot, more than a lot. So, you know, from an environmental impact, it's really low. From a gas fee standpoint is the other big thing. And so you'll notice that for anyone right now, you know, you try to do anything in Ethereum, you could mint an NFT that is $150, but you might pay anywhere between, on the lucky end, $30. On the high end, it could be like $500 or $600 in order to process that transaction. And it's really dangerous for me when I see like friends wanting to get into crypto or NFTs. I always tell them, please stay away from certain, you know, tokens until I can talk to you and walk you through it and understand it, because they could easily say, oh, I bought the thing. And then next thing they know, they're like, why did I lose $300 here? And they don't realize what's happening. Whereas on Solana, it's like 0.003 cents to do a transaction. So you can virtually trade more or less for free. And it just makes it a lot easier. It's a much quicker or lower barrier to entry for people that are new to the space, people that aren't looking to purchase really high, like a $200 transaction fee relative to a $100,000 NFT is still ridiculous, but it's not that bad. But if you're trying to buy things that are more in the, you know, $50 to $300 range, that hurts. It hurts really bad. So Solana makes that a lot better and a lot easier for people. So there's that. And then there's some cool mechanics that I'm not going to give the information away yet, but there's some really cool things that you can do with the way that Solana NFTs work that we can have some fun with down the road. And so there's some things there that we have planned and are working with the Solana team. So yeah, and Tibernator had mentioned, yeah, it's a lot more eco-friendly to be on Solana network versus others. So we really like it. We're excited, and Solana's a great team. Again, we've worked with them before in the past, and it's awesome to continue to work with them on this. It's been really exciting.
Yep.
Yep.
Eddie, are you done?
I think.
Is this it?
Well, for this one, I think just not to burn too much time, because we gotta get through 3 of them. I think it's good, probably. We might do some more tweaks and things. So I added like little things, like I don't know what these are, like maybe breathing things. It's like a chin bolted on, earpiece. So we might need a little more. And there's a little skewing happening with the webcam, I know, but this is kind of where we landed with this one. Obviously, there will be more tweaks once we get to the vectorization state.
And again, this is just to be able to hand off to our illustration team and go like, hey, here's kind of a baseline to start working on some of these characters, and you know, then they're going to take it a little bit further. So it's not that this is something that they need to follow to a T or anything like that, but it just it helps kickstart the process. And when Eddie does these sketches for us, you know, it probably cuts down the time that we need like in half to build these out. So
All right,
did slow you down. This
one.
wasn't 5 minutes. This took like 15 minutes for you to do this.
Yeah. It did. So
I wish I could do this in like 15 hours.
True.
All right, let's do the next one.
Let's do it.
So work on the.
We do have another question in chat. Someone's asking if there will be merch.
There is. We actually ordered some merch this weekend so that we could start seeing how some of that looks and start getting some other orders in. So we have a lot of merch designed. I will say that. And if there's anything in particular that you're like, oh, I would really want that kind of thing for merch, let us know and we can work on that. Add that into the suggestions channel in Discord, and we'll make sure to add that to our lists. Yeah, it's cool seeing chat say too. A lot of people here coming from Ethereum, and again, I don't mean to crap on Ethereum or anything like that. Like I still hold it. I'm still a fan in many ways. But from an NFT standpoint, it's kind of frustrating at the moment. And we don't know when like Ethereum 2.0 and stuff like that's gonna happen. So yeah. And then Eddie, walk us through a little bit of kind of as you're mapping this one out too. Like, what are key things that you're honing in on this character?
Yeah. So obviously, most recognizable thing here is his Gull's hair. You know, so that will be easy. And I don't know. This is probably not the real character, right?
No, I think that one's a cosplay. The one on the right is her. That's
Yeah.
Mila Jovovich from Fifth Element,
Okay.
Resident Evil, stuff like that.
I think is that Allison Tabitha? I think is her name, the cosplayer.
That's your world. I don't know any of that stuff.
That's her name. Yeah.
So yeah, obviously she'll have a smaller beak than Ted Lasso. However it looks, we'll see. Looks pretty serious. Then obviously her outfit is very recognizable, so we'll do that. And I was thinking maybe even do the, I guess it's an important thing in this movie, some kind of multi-pass. We'll just call it mint pass. So I'm thinking introduce that. So I think that gives us enough ideas. Obviously, to do it right, we probably need a little more time scanning things, but let's just get into it because we're limited on time with the stream. So let's just go for it. Just do something. Let's find their eyes, beak. I already started working on the beak, and we have tons of like different obviously beaks already created that might be able to find something that works here, but I'll still sketch something.
And then our team, why don't we check our main channel for a sec? Type something in there.
Okay.
All right, cool. Oh, good.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know something that we've talked about. A lot of folks have been asking in the Discord. You know, how do I get on the early bird list or white list, allow list, pre-sale list, whatever you want to call it? And our answer has been that we're really focused on community engagement, being part of the community, being active, just being the first 100 people or to Twitter or Discord. You could do that and then disappear. We want folks that are here and excited about the project and whatnot. So we appreciate everybody tuning into the stream. We are going to do something for, let's do the next 5 minutes. If you message Moss, Dave, or myself, the words Roy Kent, we will add you to the early bird list. So send us a note in Discord. So we've got your username, and we'll collect the address that you're going to be minting from for the mint. It has to be that address. If you end up using a different one or a different burner wallet or something like that, it will not work. So make sure you message that to us. It is 8:42, so I'm going to call it at 8:40. We'll go 8. Or at least my time. We're going to cut that off, so it won't work if you're watching the replay or whatnot later. But thanks for tuning in, and send us that note, and we got you. And I think we said this before too, but the 3 folks that recommended these particular customs, we are going to give you a mint, so you've won a Droney. So we're really excited about that, and we'll be in touch on getting that set up for you as well. And Strictly Sports is asking, was there a reason behind the supply? Any thoughts of doing a game with these? Any sort of battle game would really dope. Yes, to all of the above. So again, we're looking into different games, whether it's like a VR experience. We have looked into kind of the card game, kind of think more of an inspiration of like Gwent or Hearthstone or something, or Pokemon. There's a lot of fun things that can be done there. And And then with the supply, we were running the math on this over the weekend. It was over 500 billion combinations, and then afterwards it starts injecting the letter E into the mathematics. There's a lot of cool artwork, a lot of cool variations, and we wanted to have that and have a supply that allowed a lot of people to come into the collection and be a part of it. And we are planning on some benefits and perks and utilities of holding the NFT. So we wanted people to be able to join in and not have it be like a super low supply or something like that, and have a larger community. So we're more community focused here at Unfold and Dronies. Yeah, that's what we're looking to do. And yeah, send any of us folks that are asking, who do we message? Basically anybody in yellow, ideally Dave, Moss, or Peter in Discord. And we'll take care of that, and we'll change your role and collect that information. And then we have a public Google spreadsheet list, so you can check to make sure that you're on the list, that we have the right information, and you can see everybody that's on it. We're not hiding anything with any of that stuff. So, One Punch Man, Attack of the Titans, those could be fun too. Yeah. All right, we'll take a little break here from questions, and Eddie, if you want to walk us through a little bit more of what you're up to.
Yeah, I mean, we're moving along to bring some of the things from those photos we've seen here earlier. Just again, like the eyebrows, eyes, a little more serious look, and then I'll see if I can bring in some of these. I don't know. Is this the gun that she used? Because I should up on. I don't know. Maybe
She uses a lot of guns in that movie.
Yeah. This showed up on Google search, so I was thinking maybe get that and maybe get that pass in there as well. And whatever this thing, I don't know what this would be called, or little straps, whatever. Get that in there as well. And maybe we'll change their body style a little, because she looks a little too built. Maybe do something like this. So once colors come in, also same thing as on the previous one. Once we get into colors, it'll be even more recognizable.
What I love about these sketches too, and I feel like if you watched our kind of first stream, the Meet the Team stream, we talked about this a little bit as well, was as soon as we really started locking down and getting the eyes dialed in, that's when these characters all started coming alive, and you feel like a connection to them, and you can sense some kind of emotion. Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they scared or whatnot? And it's just cool seeing in this sketch, like as you add in the little details in the eyes, like there's a fun playfulness to it, the color of the hair, it all just starts to kind of really come together, and it's fun to watch. It's been really cool seeing the whole collection come to life like that.
True.
And as we've got folks, maybe if you're tuning in from the stream or from Twitter and you're new to the Discord, make sure you check out the Dossier channel. Is going to have all the story and lore that is going on so far between the characters. Check out press releases for some information. We've got some details there about why we delayed the launch due to some of the issues with botting and Candy Machine. So we're waiting for Candy Machine 2.0 to roll out so we can have a safe and smooth mint for everybody, and everyone has a fair chance at grabbing all the stuff that they're hoping for. And then, join us in the Nest. That's our main channel in there, and just hanging out. And it's been really cool to see that community come to life over the last week. And we've got folks from all over the world hanging out and having a good time, getting to know each other. A couple folks that even seem to be in our backyard, and maybe we're getting together with soon for coffee and stuff like that. And then again, that suggestions channel. If you have any ideas or things that you'd like to see in the collection and whatnot, we'd love to chat. And also, I know a lot of folks are also building some really cool things in the Web3 space or other collections. And, shoot us a note. We've been talking to a couple of people about some ideas and possibilities around some things with other mechanics and metaverse stuff. And, that's a really cool part about being a part of the community and getting to know folks and just meeting cool people that are doing cool things. So if you're building something awesome, shoot Dave or I a note, and let's chat and see if maybe there's a cool way to work together. And I see some suggestions in chat of things. It's almost like people have access to our file and might know what's in there.
Are we being watched?
Might be. There's some cool
Dronies, they're leaking.
characters here. We're really excited for you guys to see this, and seeing some of them being called out or requested is a lot of fun because it's going to be there. And I apologize. I'm gonna probably pronounce this incorrectly, but Heejin was mentioning, are we thinking of having 3D Dronies? We have been working on some of that and doing also some 3D models and characters. And again, we're looking into kind of all the things that can be done here and build out some really cool stuff for the community that might be of interest. So we're hard at work. We have a whole team dedicated to this project. It's not just a couple of us or anything. Our brand team has been involved, web team, our product team. I think I mentioned we're working with Solana right now to update the fair launch protocol process because we didn't like it. So we rebuilt it and they thought it was cool. So we're working with them to help bring that to life a little bit. And, we've got some other tools and sites and stuff that we want to just release and have be a part of the community and available. Our team built a really cool tool that we've been utilizing that helps us with the generation and DNP or do not pair lists and whatnot. And it's been massively helpful for us, and we want it to help other projects. So a lot of tools like that we're looking to put out and get out there for the community. I've got Dragon Ball Dronies, Britney Spears, Samuel Jackson, Naruto.
All right.
Ooh,
I think
That's looking good.
let me see it. I've been so busy. I didn't even watch the stream. Oh my goodness. That's so cool.
it's Leeloo.
Love it.
Dang.
And yeah, maybe like later I'll add some maybe some her wing holding the pass right here.
Mhm.
She probably. So maybe I don't know how she would be holding it. So
And it's fun too when
We've got a
when
couple other ones of holding stuff that we could take a look at,
yeah.
or you could take a look at off screen.
When we've
Zoom in
also
fast.
got the like when our illustrators will get these and then like working on the backgrounds and whatnot.
Mhm.
It's really cool seeing that come to life. Like Ted Lasso, he could be in a press conference room. He might be out on the field or on the pitch, I should say. And just stuff like that, that it's those little details, but it makes each of these customs come to life so much. So it's really cool getting to see that get built out.
yep.
Love it.
Cool. And yeah, I was excited about Master Chiefs. Let's see what happens here. So very robotic. We've done something similar to this. Obviously, we did. I don't know if I should spill the beans, but we've done some similar things to this. But this is interesting. I almost see like a little mini beak here. Well, let me switch to white. When I look at here, that looks like a little beak. There's a big old glasses will be thrown in there. Yeah, a lot
Alright,
of cool
and
things happening
Just a
here.
reminder, we've got the cutoff for Roy Kent, so if you've not messaged us yet, we might have something else in store later, so stick around.
Yeah, I'll just get into it. start. All right. So the beak will be that little black thingy-majigger, but we'll make it more obviously pronounced because that's way too tiny of a beak. So let's pretend that goes here.
I'm gonna get something for my dog. I'll be right back.
Cool. Has anybody been tracking questions that have been popping up in chat? Because I haven't. Whew.
I've been adding some people to the early
Yeah,
bird
let
list.
me scan.
now.
I know there was one question from a while ago, and I think Courtney could answer that. Are there any international Dronies?
Ooh, let me think. Let me look through our big list. Possibly.
I mean, we have so many different things added to the
Right.
trade, so maybe there's something European. I don't know what would, makes something explicitly European. But...
Right. We don't have like flags on anything, but
Right.
But we do have. Okay, we have some.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a couple.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, spoil it.
I know.
We have a couple things. Your message, Jordan. I see. Yeah, we have a few things. Some little Easter eggs.
Awesome.
It's hard to
All
talk about it
right.
without like giving away too much.
Right. Exactly.
Hopefully that gets you excited.
Yeah. Is somebody else has asked would there be a possibility of including the original sketch with the custom Dronies NFT? That's a great question. We didn't think about that, but maybe we'll be talking with Jordan, who is redacted _J on Twitter, who's over Solana software development, and we'll ask if that's a possibility to kind of like maybe upload it, and we'll let you know. Eddie, question for you. How long have you been a designer?
Let's see. I just turned 39 a few days ago, so.
Do you know how
About 39
long it
years.
took us to get your age out of you, and then on stream
My
you're just like
God.
casually, yeah.
Well, hold on. Yeah, people told me. Yeah, I didn't do the math myself. They're like, hey, 39. All right. That's fine.
And you grew
As
up
long
in
as-
Belarus, and then you moved to the U.S. when you were how old?
I was 16, almost 17 when I moved here. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I started designing back in Belarus, Photoshop 3.0 or something like that. Good times. Yeah, my uncle had a hacked version. Obviously, everyone keygened everything in Soviet Union.
Yeah. Which was funny. You would buy a CD disc of unofficial software.
Yeah, you get like 400 apps on one CD, and then you just pick whatever you want.
Yeah, fun times. This is a broader question. Was there a reason behind the 10,000 supply?
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that before. Just with the amount of variations that we have, wanting to form a community and not, something that was super small and felt overly almost like exclusive or whatnot. So yeah, just a combination of the artwork and possibilities here. A lot of fun with that, and we want to connect with people. So having it be a little bit more open, we were excited about that.
And can Dronies fly?
Well, I mean, look outside. What do you see?
You tell us.
Yeah, I have a tripod in my face. Well, you guys can see, like with another webcam pointing down. So I have to go through This is why
So,
things
so
sometimes look weird.
this is you designing with a handicap. I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
want to
throw
show
your
you.
other hand behind your back while you're at it.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah, it kind of is. And I saw Strictly Sports being a fully doxxed team is 100. Yeah, it was really, really important to us. We kind of did like a week and a half of pre-marketing, kind of just solo without revealing who we were yet. And then some folks figured it out. We left a lot of breadcrumbs along the way. I think they found breadcrumbs we didn't know we left along the way. That video that Raji put out was amazing. But yeah, it was really important before we minted that we revealed who we were, because we wanted folks to know that there's a team that does really good work, that has a proven track record. We've worked with a lot of great clients and built some really cool things over the years, and we wanted that to instill confidence in folks, and we felt that was really important to put out there, because you do see that, whether it's a rug pull or just a project that you just don't know, and it's hard to tell where this thing could go or may go. We wanted that to have the ability to give you the confidence in our team, and that we're going to build the right things. And as I mentioned before on the stream, like we have a team dedicated to this. We have a lot of plans to see this project out over the next couple of years, and continue to expand and build on it. The way we keep saying it is, it's kind of like having a TV show, and we're getting ready to release season 1, but we've already written season 2 and 3 and 4, and so we know where we want this to go, and we've left breadcrumbs and clues inside of the collection just to give everybody a little hint of things to maybe pay attention and look for. And the community is going to be active and engaged to help propel the story forward and unlock those things and whatnot. So this isn't just a drop and then nothing happens other than floor price talk or just continued hype to try to keep something alive. Like, the project is going to be self-sustaining because there's things happening, and that was really, really important to us. And I keep saying it, we want to run a really clean project. We want it to go smoothly. We want to have a good foundation that things are built on. So again, we're working with the Solana legal team. They have highly advised us to stay clear of a lot of the mechanics that you are seeing in NFT projects right now. And it's not that we're opposed to some of those mechanics, but until there's clear answers of SEC regulations and other things, we want to steer clear until we know it's safe. Because I think you're going to see a lot of projects that are hyped up, or everyone's really excited about because they're getting certain rewards or access to things or whatnot. And then if that cracks down, it's a question of whether or not those projects will continue to thrive in the same way or might quickly disappear. And we don't want that to be the only reason that people are a part of this project. So we would rather add it when we know it's safe at a later date than to put something in that we're being told is going to be a problem, like a major problem. So we're just trying to be smart about stuff like that.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, my
I
puppy is losing
apologize
it
if-
back here.
What?
I don't know if you guys can hear Boba back here. He's like growling and rolling
he's
around on
good.
the floor.
Can't hear him at all. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. I think it's Heejin Yell. And he's asking if where we all, I guess, are located. And personally, I live in Oklahoma here, originally from Russia. We have team all over the world, and coming from all over the world. Some are from Ukraine, Belarus, Russia. We have Sergey, who's currently in Russia, and he's our developer.
It's like
I believe
all
we
of
have
our
somebody
Florida
from-
Don't forget
office
Jordan.
is from
And Jordan, he's in Wales,
yeah.
yeah.
And then everyone
our-
in Florida is from Belarus, Russia, Ukraine, etc. We've got Canada, Mo's in India, and then all throughout the U.S. Probably like 98% of the team is in the U.S., but a couple team members that are international as well.
Yeah. I can't remember. Is Esther from Korea?
I know her parents were. I don't remember if she was born there or not.
Hmm. So yeah, all over the world we have a very multinational team, and that's amazing. Do we have different themes for season one, season two, and etc.? And yes, we do. We had to basically where we're at right now. Story was like a prologue for the actual story, but we had to like take that little prologue that was created and kind of expand it to season one. So we have a lot of content already created for season two, and a lot of writing done, and very cool things that we had to kind of put on a later date after the first season one mint. But we have a lot of stuff in store, so yeah, super excited to get to that. It's been long and hard 5 months to get to this point, and I can't even wait to get to the other stuff. Like it's even more exciting. so yeah. And yeah, Ellen asked how long are we stewarding this project, and yeah, it's been 5 months. The first time we talked about Dronies was on August 6th at 11:22 or 23 a.m.
I'm sorry,
morning.
what rabbit hole did you just go down?
I remember it.
Were you going through that on the video this weekend? Holy cow.
Yeah, I did. No, yeah, there's a whole rabbit hole I created, like the entire Dronies original story.
Oh my goodness.
Where it came from. Super fun. But yeah, if you actually look at our website, there's like little lines. I'm gonna like spoiler. There's like lines in there. Not all is correct, but you can actually see like the actual day where we coined the Dronies name, and the start of the project was already on there this whole time. So
You had to go through our crypto channel, which is like the busiest channel in our Slack. So, wow.
no, not. I would not subject myself to that torture. No, I use search feature.
Okay. Yeah, and we've been chatting too about doing some like, meetups for the Dronies community and stuff like that too. So again, we're really excited to get to know more folks. And I think Alan, if I'm not mistaken, I'm connecting the dots with the same person in Discord, is like 15 minutes away. So like we're gonna go grab coffee at some point and hang out and go for a hike or something. So it's just cool to get to know good folks. And we've seen a couple people connect that are in the same areas in Discord and didn't even know it. So it's really cool to see the community kind of come alive and connect, and that's what we're really excited about. Gosh, this thing is looking so good.
Yes, it's insane.
Like my brain. Although, Alan, I will say this: I feel like I'm a pretty. I'm slowly becoming a native of Colorado because we had from our team, Vic and Evan were here, or they're both still here, and came over last night, and I think it was like 15, 16 degrees outside last night as everyone was leaving. And Vic's freezing his butt off because he's from Florida, and I'm stepping outside in a t-shirt and pants, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm used to this now, so I feel like I'm settling in. Gosh, the detail on this is. Oh, no, what I will say, the challenge here when we get into illustration, and I say this because I worked on one of the, I can't do the illustration side, but I was helping with the coloring of Redacted Jay's custom because we were messing around with one for him for Warhammer, and then we're like, hey, maybe to tie in the Halo, we'll do the Warhammer character, but have it be more like Master Chief colors. And like the shading of it and all the different variations, like that's tough and time consuming to really dial that in. So, as you can see, there's so many different, I don't know if you guys can hear them, so many different angles and kind of like light sources that then change on one like this. So it's a fun challenge.
It's true. I think it's somewhat good to go.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
It took like 15 minutes. Oh man.
He's chugging coffee the whole time. Where's his guy?
I'd be nervous to stream tomorrow already.
What do you guys
All right.
think? Everybody like that?
Yeah,
I love it.
looks good.
So good. Well, Eddie, are you up for doing any more, or how are you feeling?
I mean, what time's it? 11. I mean, we could do a couple more
Let's see.
if anyone wants to watch.
Yeah, I think we've got like 50 people watching live, so everyone is still excited.
I want to draw a bird. Like, I know a lot of people were suggesting like Donald Duck or whatever. I want to do those characters.
Oh yeah, let's do one of those. I know maybe you pick. I think we had like it was Scrooge, Donald Duck, Big Bird, and then I was gonna say I know one that I know Courtney really wants is Harry Potter. So maybe we'll see if we can do two more or at least two more and get those in.
Yeah, well, let's do. Let's do one of the ducks.
Let's do
Let's
it.
see if we find one.
You got Scrooge in here. You got
Yeah, Scrooge. That's the one I
Scrooge
want.
McDuck. Yeah.
That'll be fun. Let me just drop it in on my iPad. One sec.
All right, and let's do a little hype for Eddie sticking around and doing a couple of more. Why don't we do? Let's do Scrooge McDuck. Send Dave, Moss, or Peter in Discord a DM with Scrooge McDuck if you're hanging around and still with us, and we will add you to that early bird list. So thanks for tuning in this morning, and excited that you guys are here, and excited that you're excited. So we'll leave that open. Let's do till like 9:20. You've got to send us that message here. And if we haven't responded to you yet, we will promise we'll get to all of it. We'll check the timestamps, but we are juggling a lot of windows and a lot of chats right now as we do.
Okay, I have it on my desktop screen right now, so I'm gonna just go.
Are you in that main
use those
one?
as a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the main one.
I'll switch
So-
over there for just a second so folks can kind of see some of the ones that we were looking at. So we're going to be building and kind of basing off of this character here.
And we have a lot of like different beaks again. Like we have duck beak, but this one is a little more exciting, I think.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna
More like-
redo. Yeah,
Cartoony, character-y.
cartoony. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go real. Like it looks pretty wide, so I'm gonna do like a wide beak. Let's set it up. This is about where our center is. Let's do it. Drop that in. Put the beak. Okay. That might be a little too long.
Mm. Yeah, it feels a little like shorter, and like the glasses kind of rest on it.
Yep. Glasses might be right on here. Okay. Sometimes you gotta undo things,
Yep.
and it's okay because we got Procreate. Double tap tap. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, When I do sketch on paper, I find myself tapping 2 fingers on paper. So
Yeah,
sad.
I've been there as well.
Don't you just tap like something happens in life and you just like try to tap it too?
We're done, man. We're done. So you got this big old eyeballs. Let's do like the lids halfway through. He's doing something sneaky. He's looking. Side.
I'm with you, Dave. I'm gonna leave this soundtrack playing like all day. I love this. For anyone that's listening, if you hear a little kind of lo-fi in the background, Harris Heller has a really awesome royalty-free playlist on Spotify called Stream Beats, and it's good. I'm just chilling back here. See, this is where again the eyes
Already it looks good.
it comes together so much.
That's wild.
I mean, it's all in the face expression, mostly, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not liking this. It's to be softer. His neck is pretty.
Someone in the chat wants a Peter Droney.
Oh, jeez. Oh, of course it's Hawk. What's up, brother?
What's up, Hawk?
That feels on brand for Andrew. Awesome.
There will be some kind of wires.
Dave, are you taking notes of some of these? These are great. Squidward, Squid Games. Oh, Vic Droney. I think we have a little 3.
Vic Droney is easy right here.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
We have a Vic Droney. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Vic made it himself.
That's Vic Droney right here for you guys. If you're all watching.
Little whiskers. He's not even here and he's getting roasted.
Ready to fly, baby. All right.
I say Dennis is just gonna like peek in behind him.
Dennis, you watching me?
He's watching you in person and on the stream apparently. I'm gonna walk Bubba real quick. I'll be right back.
This tap feature to switch between eraser and
Oh yeah, it's so good.
pen. It's so good and it's so annoying because a lot of times you find yourself with, like adjusting the pen and it switches and you're just erasing things.
Right.
Good job. Good job.
I wish you could like attach like a control or command button somewhere so you can kind of switch between functions when you need them.
It'd be too much. Procreate's already like filled with goodies, so much gold in there, but some of it you have to kind of know. Any of you starting procreating, I suggest like watching some kind of hacks and tips video on YouTube. So much you can learn.
Oh yeah, Albert Einstein's such a good suggestion. Like different
Yeah, the crazy hair.
with different like equations floating
hair.
around. That would be so cool.
Something here.
It is cold outside.
Is that Peter singing?
Yeah, what is it outside? It's 15 degrees outside. That's cold.
Anything below like 75 is cold.
Yeah. Power Rangers. Power Rangers would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
As all of us try to keep a straight face.
It's just your tone. It could be cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Could be cool.
Could be.
I think Vic has an Eddie Droney in the works. It's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm slowly getting folks on the early bird list. I'm also removing like so many spam posts from Discord at the same time from other servers.
You can mute them.
I know. I sort of have this like joy of also like reporting people that do that. So I like punish myself at the same time, and I leave it on. Well, I know we've talked about some stuff at different times in the stream, but if anyone has any questions, if you're just joining in and you're like, hey, what are Dronies? Or you have a particular question, let us know. We are happy to go over those questions again. And, oh man, like I can just, I see this character and I feel like I'm back at Disney. This is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I miss Disney.
Oh, me too. I really miss Disney because Andrew's on the stream too. Andrew and I used to run a designer meetup at Disneyland, and we would get together once a month, and any designer friends that would want to come and join us, and we just like hang out at the park and have a good time. It was really good.
That's so fun.
Yeah. Andrew and I, we got to go to Galaxy's Edge the very first night. It was open like privately to the public. So it's kind of like, I don't know, their little beta release. And it was the coolest experience ever. And I don't think I will never experience it the same way. Because I remember at the end of the night, we went on, what's the ride called?
Smuggler's Run.
Smugglers. We just went on it like 5 times. And we did every roll and everything because we could just keep walking on at that point. There wasn't, like, never again will you get to do that at Disneyland. Mm-hmm. But what was wild was the line and everything. It smelled like, you know, like an automotive shop, or in this case, like a space
Yeah, man, those
shop.
Disney scents. They got it.
But that's gone now. That only existed then, and I think it was because everything was so new and freshly put together. And
Yeah.
We've been back since, and it never had that same.
I don't think I noticed that.
Because at that point, there's too
I
many
don't think
people
it's-
coming through and all the things. But that night, I remember walking out of the park, and we were both like, I'm almost nauseous leaving, because the experience was so immersive, and so many people had cosplayed that night too. So outside of seeing somebody with like a Disney backpack on or something, it legitimately felt like you were on this other planet. There's all the sounds, everyone's, you know, rising moons, travelers, and all the stuff. And then you walk back into, what is it, the King Arthur's court or something. And I remember feeling kind of sick, almost like when you take off a VR headset or something. And it was like, this feels really weird. Because at night too, there's the moon and the star. Like, it felt like you're on another planet. It was really cool.
Yeah, my experience was not that cool, but I definitely got emotional seeing the Millennium Falcon for the first time.
Yeah.
And I like crave all the food. I remember who it was we were talking about
Ronto
it with,
wraps.
but the Ronto wrap. Oh,
Oh
my
my
gosh.
goodness, Ronto wraps are so good.
Oh, and the blue milk.
Yeah. We used to just go to Disney to have like lunch. Andrew and I would be like, all right, walk in, have a Ronto wrap, and peace out.
I would 100% do that if I did not live that far away.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be like 40 minutes for me.
Yeah. I like crave all the Disney food now.
Yeah.
Did you have what? Did they have a cantina too? Did you get to do that?
We did once, but it felt so Disneyfied. I don't know the right way to say
really?
that. Of like, okay, you get X amount of time in here and like rotate.
Ours wasn't that bad.
It was cool, but
I didn't feel rushed or anything.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, I have more questions in chat. How many are people will be able to mint on the whitelist and whatnot, and just like I guess in general? And that's a good question. And we'll be releasing more information about that closer to our launch, because we're pending the Candy Machine, which is a Metaplex utility, and which allows people to basically mint. There's a new version coming out. We're not really sure what kind of features we'll have. We'll have a whitelist and whatnot. So we'll be figuring all that out closer to launch and making sure everything's good and smooth. And we're definitely getting some sort of like privileged or early birds members. Either it's a earlier mint and just pure whitelist, maybe a few hours early, etc., or something like that. Another thing that we might do is a fair launch protocol. And is something that will allow us to determine the fair price, and or depending on how many people we're going to have on Discord and Twitter, is like more fair chance for everyone to get at least a Droney. So we'll be disclosing all that closer.
Yeah.
To
so
launch.
For those that aren't familiar, I know we have a lot of people new to Solana. So Candy Machine is what most people are familiar with, of just I can mint.
It's you pay your Solana and you get your mint, which is like the NFT back.
Eddie, do you need a break? Do you want to call it here in a minute, or do you want to just take a break?
I think it's good. I think it's
cool.
We don't want to give him all the gold.
All right. Well, maybe off stream we'll have you do Harry Potter for Courtney, because I know she wants that one. But we'll stick around for a minute and answer a couple of questions. But yeah, so that's your typical, like, you hit the mint button, you get one, you could hit it again and mint another, et cetera, et cetera. Now, fair launch protocol, the way that works is that, and it's a system designed to help combat bots, where people will just buy up, hundreds of a collection and whatnot. And that limits it to 1 mint per person, which also helps more equally distribute the collection across more holders. And there's advantages and pros and cons to both of them. But that would allow you to get 1. And if you are on the early bird list, you're guaranteed to get that 1. If, let's say, 20,000 people want a Droney, and obviously there's not 20,000 of them, it would then go into a lottery raffle, and so some people will get it and some people won't. If you don't get it, you get your money back, so there's no concern there. But it also lets the community decide the price, so we can set a price range, and then the community all gets to vote, and the median price that the community votes is the price that they sell for. So we were going the fair launch route. That may or may not change depending on how Candy Machine 2.0 is going to work. And again, we're working with Jordan or Redacted J to figure that out and dial it in, and go from there. But
TLDR closer to launch, you'll know everything.
Yeah, and so we'll have more information on that. But either way, getting on the early bird list is really good, because you will be guaranteed access to mint it as long as you mint it within the time period. And so real quick, and then we'll do a couple more questions and whatnot. But let's do, if you message us Harry Potter, we'll do one more early bird list. Oh yeah, we already have Santa Jody. I forgot about that. Someone was asking for
that was quick.
Gosh, Eddie, you're so fast. It's annoying. But yeah, send Dave, Moss, or I a note, Harry Potter, and we'll get you in there, and we'll leave that up for the next 5 minutes or so. So thank you all for tuning in. We'll answer a couple more questions. If you guys have questions on Dronies or just other stuff, you can ask us design questions too. I know we got a lot of designers here. But yeah, really, really excited for this. Thanks everybody for tuning in and whatnot. And let's check Discord real quick, and maybe Moss or Dave, if you guys caught any questions that we want to make sure we answer before we wrap up.
Let's see. There's been so many good suggestions. We'll be digging through the live chat later and just like picking lots of them. Yeah, I don't see any more questions unless people drop them right now that we can answer. Yeah, reach out to us on Discord. Drop any questions you guys have, whether it's roadmap or whitelist.
And bring
we'll answer
questions
anything.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bring questions tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. Save those questions for tomorrow. We'll have Courtney streaming. I can't remember what time, so help me out here.
Yeah, I think we
We have it
gotta
100%
decide it.
picked.
I think it's gonna maybe be in the
Afternoon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Courtney will be taking one of those dronies that Eddie has sketched, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll be actually making a live droney using our system that we have in place and colors and
custom
making an
elements.
actual custom 101 for the collection. So this is going to be exciting. So
Yeah.
thank you everyone
Yeah.
for joining.
And I'm gonna go throw this tripod in the dumpster. I'm so tired. It was a torture.
Oh, this is awesome, man. Well, thank you for jumping on with us this morning. And I know a lot of folks, both in the design community that have looked at your work and admired it for years, as well as folks that are new to our community and the NFT space. It's just really fun to get to see you work. I know we all don't get to see you work even that much, in the same way. So it's fun for us to watch and see. And man, all the little like shading details and stuff really help this come to life. And do you want to come on camera? Come here. Oh, okay.
Hey, Bubba.
Yeah, we'll be streaming every day, pretty much every day this week. I think all the illustrators will be on Monday through Thursday, and then probably Dave, Moss, and I will do another stream maybe on Friday or something, just to hang out with folks and go over any questions and things like that. Maybe do some more artwork sneak peeks and things, and be really, really fun. So, and then also another question I've got for folks is if there is anybody else that you guys in the space like really want us to make sure that they know about this project, or maybe somebody that's been really active and engaged in the Solana NFT community or something, and you're like, we should do a custom honorary for that person. Tag them about the project and tag us and let us know, and we'll try to get in touch with them and chat about doing something together. So we've got some big honoraries coming out for some folks in the space. We're really excited about it and getting to share the project with some people. But if there's anybody that you want to make sure knows about the Dronies project, I don't know, tweet about it and tag us both, and we'll see what we can do. And yeah, with that, we'll start signing off for today. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Remember to shoot us a note, and yeah, we'll do our classic team sign off of okay, bye. See you all later.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining. Bye.